Welcome back to another episode of TVGP's We Roguelike It. I'm your host, Boston, and joining me as always is Moonpier.
Hello.
And we're here for week 2 of Slice and Dice, our
hmm
hopefully new favorite dice-based equipment.
I
Party.
like this better than the last dice-based game I played. I can tell you that much.
Oh boy, what was the last one?
Dicey Dungeons.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thankfully, pretty similar
I
games. I
didn't
like
click
Dicey
with that
Dungeons,
one.
but yeah. I I did a live stream of this game earlier or last week, and I thought I'll just do one run, and a little over an hour just disappeared before I even knew it. Like that's the
Yup.
real trouble with this game. Is just let's do one quick run, no big deal. Whoops, I just lost a whole ton of time.
Let
Yikes.
me tell you about the 45 minutes I spent on the toilet the other day.
Right.
I was doing it in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It was the rest of the time was
Let's
all,
do a quick run.
it's a quick reroll. Just a quick
Yeah.
reroll.
Yeah.
That's all
I'll
I need. A quick reroll.
probably be done in level 3. No big deal. Whoops.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I unlocked a ton of stuff this week. And it largely started with me killing one of my own party members with their own spell.
Yup. Yup. I got that. I got that item too. I haven't like used it yet, but I
I
definitely
haven't
got
seen
that
it.
item too. Um, was it the set? Okay, let's check if our runs here match.
Right.
I don't know the enemy type, but
Mm.
it's the type that when you kill them, they do 2 damage to the top member of your party.
Mm.
Um, I think it's like a ghoul or something like that. But basically, they have those pips on their health, and then when you get to them, they have an effect, so it
Yeah.
splits into a slimelet or whatever. In this enemy's case, they do 2 damage to the top person in your party.
Mm.
Um, and I did like 2 damage to each of them. And then I built up my mana, and I had Scorch available, which does 2 damage to everybody who's already been damaged.
Right.
So I cast Scorch on them. They both broke that barrier at the same time.
Oh
And my
no.
top character was the Thief, who has 4 HP.
Oh no. No, mine was worse. I don't even remember what. I think it was just a regular attack I did on one of those like hunched over old crone enemies, I think, that has the
hmm
orange little icon that almost looks like an hourglass. And I forgot to hover over that icon before I attacked them. Party member attacked him, hit that thing. It did 6 retaliatory damage to that party member,
Jeez.
knocked them all the way out. I was like, cool. All right, well, that's
Okay.
great. See you next fight, I guess. Sorry, buddy.
hmm
Yeah.
I did beat
Um.
the tutorial dungeon this week. Um,
Okay.
the 15 floor tutorial dungeon. I beat that. And now I'm on the 20 floor classic version. I'm still playing easy, which is
Oh,
what I was playing
yeah.
last
I'm
time.
still playing. I play
Um,
easy classic the whole time.
yeah, that's where I'm in so far. I think I'm about halfway through a current run at the moment, and it is not going well.
Nope.
Um, here, so there's an item that gives you like +5 max HP.
Okay.
Um, however, it makes you immune to shields.
Oh boy. Okay.
Let me tell you, sometimes you need those shields regardless of what you think.
Yeah.
I had a character with 12 HP get killed because he couldn't get any shields, and I couldn't kill the enemies fast enough. So that run
Speaking
is not looking great, we'll say.
speaking of max HP, I picked up one of the weirdest items in the run I streamed. It gives you 1 max HP for every vowel in your character's name.
Is it vowel? Because I got the consonant one.
Oh, consonant would be great. No, the one I picked up was vowel, and I gave it to the enchantress, I think, and that gave her a handful of
hmm
HP. But yeah, when I read
Yeah,
that, I was like, oh, that's cool. Wait, let me read that again. Hold on. What?
yeah. I did the exact same thing. I'm pretty sure the one I have is the consonant version rather than
Oh, that's
the
great.
vowel version.
I love it.
So I look for people who don't have a whole lot of E's and S's, and I'm like, you can have it instead.
That's right. Oh man, I unlocked a bunch of other stuff. I don't remember what it was. I think a lot of it was like, oh, I killed X number of enemies, I did X number of
Hmm.
levels, I did that whole sort of thing. The big thing I unlocked this week, and I don't even remember how I did it, because I haven't finished a run yet, is that I can now create my own party if I want. So you can mix and match
Interesting.
your own kind of party members, and you can just have like, you want 5 thieves? Yeah, man, go crazy, no big deal. So I haven't done a run of that yet, but I'm kind of curious to see. In almost all of my runs, the thief has really been the weakest link. So
Every time,
the
every time, dude.
the only time the thief was really great is when I had a run where it's like 3 or 4 sides of the die for the thief were caltrops. So and every time it lands on a caltrop lands up, it does 1 damage to a random enemy. And I think I could do 4 rerolls per turn. So for that, I was just like, I'm just going to keep rerolling this and doing a ton of damage to the enemy almost every time I reroll. And then he'll pick up an item and I'll do a damage after that. So that was a really great run for the thief, but I feel like probably in like 2 weeks or so, my double-edged sword of this game will probably be, I love that I don't know what my character classes are going to upgrade to, so I like the randomness of it. But every once in a while, I sure would like to be like, all right, I'm going to get my thief to this class that's really strong. I'm going to get my mage to this class that's really strong and try and craft a run. And that doesn't feel like, unless there's something you can unlock way, way later, doesn't feel like that's really an option for better or for worse.
Yeah, I, I I really don't like the thief like at all.
Yeah.
Um, I like they just have not worked at anything for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like in any run, anything I've had to do, they just haven't really worked at all. I will say I made a horrible mistake and got rid of my weird fire dude and now have a straight wizard.
Okay.
Um, that was a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Wizard's got a lot more stuff on his dice, but it's not. I don't feel he's as effective while
Sure.
I'm, doing it.
Right. Yeah, it's I'm still at the point where it's interesting every time that the game says, "Hey, you can upgrade one of your classes," and it gives me the 2 options, and I'm just like, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure, all right, yeah, let's. These are interesting," and
Hmm.
I'm still at the point where I like that decision. I like seeing each one of the, I like when the die is unfolded and you kind of see all of the options there, and it's like, ooh, okay, all right, yeah,
Yes.
that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of, this giant buster sword this person has just a single block where the damage normally is. It's like, all right, that's at least 5 every time you hit with that. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Um, so that's been consistently pretty fun. Um,
Yeah.
I'm I am both happy and sad this isn't on iOS, because I would probably be playing this even more than I am right now if it was on mobile.
I am both glad and sad that it is on mobile for me because it means I can actually play it, but also I've been so busy that I just haven't had time to sit there and click it and actually go through it, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm enjoying. It's funny because this is one of those games that I look at and I'm like, I'll probably like that. That seems like something that I'm probably gonna enjoy. And going through
Hmm.
it, it manages to really strike that balance of being simple enough that I don't have to have like a degree in calculus just to figure out the damage that I'm gonna do on a couple of enemies, but there's enough randomization, there's enough interest there that I'm still having a fun each run, and it seems like the enemies are largely fixed in each of the classic dungeon runs, but
Hmm.
because there's so many options for your party, that hasn't felt really like a negative so far.
And also, their attacks aren't the same. Like their attacks are based on what they get on dice rolls, just like you.
That's true. I've had some great, incredibly lucky turns where I'm fighting like 3 or 4 enemies and they all roll X's on the side of
Zero
their
out.
die, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, thank God. Oh, that was so close. All right, heal up, quick, quick, quick.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. That feels. It's interesting because I feel like in a lot of games you don't get that opportunity where the enemy just whiffs. Like it's. I feel like it's interesting from a design standpoint that enemies have the same type of die that you do instead of just all 6 sides of their die are just attacks and
Mm-hmm.
they're all super tough. It's just like no, they're gonna whiff too, and that from a player perspective feels really good. So
Yeah.
we don't always see that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm really every time I think about this game, I'm like, maybe I'll just do a quick run. Well, why not? It's just
Yeah.
do a quick little run. Let's
Yeah.
just do that.
And I
I
will
might work
say as
that out.
well on the phone, it's so quick. It's like title screen load done. There you
Yep.
go. Now you roll. It's so fast.
Yeah. It's really good on PC for that as well because it's a very compact game. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Slice and Dice is great. You have any final thoughts here for week 2?
Oh, I hope I can salvage this run. I probably won't be able to,
Yeah, you never know.
but I'll try. Yep.
Get one of those great upgrades, and you're like, all right, let's go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. We'll see you next run. Bye.
Bye.